After the CBSE, more and more state boards have decided to postpone the Class 12 examinations. However, Andhra Pradesh is yet to take a decision on the examinations. Andhra Education Minister is joining us live. Dr. Suresh, thank you very much for speaking to Republic TV. Let me straight away begin by asking you the logic behind the government's decision as far as the SSC examinations are concerned. We're given to understand that it is going to be as per schedule. What is the reason behind this?
No, actually, to be very frank with you, the spread of COVID-19 pandemic in Andhra Pradesh, especially in the schools, is very much under control. We have geared up for this prevention of the spread of this virus well in advance. And then, in fact, for every student of nearly 7 million students are there studying in various schools managed by the government and are aided schools aided by government across the state, and for every student we have given 3 sets of masks. And then for every school, we have devised a standard SOP wherein they are supposed to follow the 3 basic principles of, masking and then physical distancing and then sanitizing the whole area. And then apart from that, actually, in every commissionerate, for example, school commissionerate, high school commissionerate, and collegiate commissionerate, and then junior college commissionerate, we have already started COVID control rooms, and every day we are taking COVID tests among the students, and then even within the teachers, and by evening we are reporting the test results also, and thereby we are analyzing it. So far nearly 1 million students have been tested for this COVID virus, and as of now actually the situation is not very alarming, and thanks to the very early
Dr. Suresh, I would like to interrupt you a little bit here.
And our Honorable Chief Minister Jagannath Reddy garu.
Dr. Suresh, I would like to interrupt you here because taking it from the statement that has been issued, and I'm quoting, this is what your statement essentially reads, that the government will essentially think of cancelling the exams if the number of cases increases in the forthcoming weeks. Isn't the government of Andhra Pradesh essentially taking a huge risk, this at a time when you have the central boards essentially taking a decision that the Class 10 examinations would be cancelled, the Class 12 examinations would be postponed? Why is it that the government of Andhra Pradesh, your department particularly, why is it that you are in a tearing hurry to go ahead with the examinations?
No, actually, to be very frank with you, the situation, especially across the country, and the situation prevailing in Andhra Pradesh is totally different. And CBSE examinations, actually, the board, they have taken the situation prevailing across many states, and then thereby they have come to the conclusion, because the situation is pretty bad in Maharashtra, UP, and then especially Gujarat and these states. The situation is really going beyond anybody's comprehension and expectations. But when it comes to Andhra Pradesh, right from the day one, actually, not only now, actually, even ever since we have reopened the school for this academic year, we have been cautiously going ahead with the implementation of these COVID protocols. And especially, as you know, in Andhra Pradesh, the number of tests per million, we have been number 1 in the country for the last 10 months consistently. And then we have got also the record of vaccinating almost nearly 6,17,000 vaccinations in one single day. So this is even, in fact, today our Honorable Chief Minister has held a video conferencing with all the district collectors and the superintendent of police, and then we have already given an action plan of appointing special officers, and then appointing special teams, and then conducting this COVID tests regularly in all the schools across the state. In fact, we have already released funds for purchase of these sanitizers, and then even special teams also have been appointed with mobile parties among one cluster of schools. So these are the initiatives. And then
Dr. Suresh,
when it comes to exams, intermediate examinations, we have already started off, and already we are halfway through. Our practical examinations will be coming to a conclusion in every week this time.
Dr. Suresh, you seem to be very optimistic about how the situation is in your state, but the numbers say a different story altogether. Active cases, 31,000 active cases. And I would also like to bring to your notice the horrific images that basically emerged yesterday from Kurnool district when a traditional festival was being celebrated. It turns out that that perhaps could be a COVID hotspot. Your government has essentially allowed this. How is it that you seem to be so very optimistic that your situation is not as bad as Maharashtra? So perhaps you can continue with all that you have decided.
No, actually, as you rightly mentioned, because of these local traditions and cultures and customs, one strange incident has happened in Kurnool district. But if you see overall, Honorable CM himself has cancelled his election schedules, and all election meetings have been cancelled to have a preventive measures on this spread of this COVID-19 for Tirupati by-elections itself. So, Honorable CM himself has set an example that no mass gatherings, especially whatsoever maybe the situation is, maybe election campaigning, or maybe, as you rightly mentioned, the customs, cultures, and traditions, and the fairs also. Strict instructions have been given to the police, and even in the case of Kurnool also, already case has been registered, and then notices have been served to all the concerned people who are involved in mass assembly of people and performing of that local function as per their customs or traditions, whatever it is, without wearing the mask also. So wearing of the mask and then maintaining of social distancing is the two most important things which we are 100% we are ensuring it in every school, and we have even ensured that the children will not stay for more than 4 to 5 hours in the school premises, because we have already shifted to half-day schools, and we are also contemplating to go for alternative schools based on the situation which will be reviewed by Honorable CM. And today, after the review with the collectors and the SP Superintendent of Police of the districts, definitely we are coming out with another action plan.
Right.
But overall, I can tell you that the situation is very, very under control, and then we are cautiously and consciously watching, and then we are ready to take up any eventualities at any point of time.
One final question before I let you go, because the inoculation drive remains a major cause of concern. What is the situation of the vaccination drive in Andhra Pradesh, in your state? Is there any sort of shortage that the state is essentially witnessing at this point in time?
Yeah, as you rightly mentioned, just as in other states, also in Andhra Pradesh, we are getting some shortage of these vaccinations, and our Honorable Chief Minister has written to the Central Government of India for providing extra quota for these vaccinations. And now, actually, the awareness among the people also started increasing because of the spread of this COVID-19. More and more people are coming forward to take these vaccinations, and then our Honorable CM himself set an example by getting himself vaccinated recently. So I think overall, I think the number of the people actually who are interested to take these vaccinations are increasing. Definitely, we are going to have some shortages, and I hope center will definitely react to our request and then meet our demand. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Dr. Suresh, for speaking to Republic TV and putting into perspective the situation currently in Andhra Pradesh.
Thank you so much.